What's that, Mum? Oh, nothing. No, I'm not doing anything. Okay. Dongles. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and today I've got the Ovidius B1 dongle DAC. Now let me tell you about this real quick. First of all, it is $139 and it has a single unbalanced 3.5mm headphone out. I'll show you what comes in the box. You get the DAC, you get the proprietary connector. So this is your digital data cable. On one end it's got this 2.5mm plug. That is your digital data input. On the other end is a USB type C. So once again, iPhone users, you get nothing. And in the box you also get this right angled plug. At least I thought it was. And the manual didn't help me very much. Check this out. This is possibly the most useful manual in the history of man. Look at this. Wow. The knowledge tucked away in there. Oh my goodness. So it's basically saying you can plug an earphone into it, or you can plug the right angled plug into it and then plug an earphone or headphone into that. Amazing stuff, right? But in fact, it turns out that this is an impedance adapter, and at least in my case, I couldn't use the unit without it, and I'll tell you why. Now, I don't know if this is the intended use for this device or not, but for me, if I plugged in any IEM without the adapter, I just get this horrible, very loud, very audible background hiss. It sounds like something from The Walking Dead, you know what I'm saying? Just really unbearable. And that happened regardless of whether I was plugged into my desktop computer, my laptop, or a portable audio player like the FIO M5, the Shanling M5S, etc. Get this horrible hissing noise. If I plug in a more demanding headphone, something like the Hi-Fi Man Sundara, the hiss is gone because it's got a higher impedance. It requires more power, and you don't hear that hiss. But for everything else, basically, I had to use the adapter. Now, if you're just sitting on your desktop, that's probably not such a big issue. But if you're out and about, say for example, you've got the Dunu DK3001 Pro, like this one here, which has a right angled connector or right angled termination. Plug that in like that, and suddenly you've got this friggin' contraption that, to say the least, is not particularly pocket efficient. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be blunt. Now, it's also a little bit inconvenient with using it with my laptop as well. It's just an extra funky little thing that I don't want to have to deal with. I'm not sure if this is how it's meant to work. I've got a feeling I might have a faulty unit, because I've seen photos of people using this device without the adapter and just using regular earphones, and surely, I'm guessing mine may be broken, but if it is not, then it's just a shanky, janky design, if you ask me. I also had another issue with this device, which is when I was plugged into my Windows 10 laptop. First of all, you get the horrible hissing noise unless you use the adapter. And then, I could play music fine, everything. But if I was using Fubar 2000, which is a very popular audio media software, if I was using that, it would play music fine. But if I pressed the stop button, this thing would just freak out and just start making this noise like non-stop. Even if I closed down Fubar, that noise just wouldn't stop, and the only way I could fix it was to physically unplug the device and plug it back in. So yeah, it's a bit finicky like that. A bit of a pain in the butt But like I said, that's just my case. It might not be the same for everybody. I don't know. Also, another thing, you probably can't see it on the camera there, but when I took this out of the box, fresh box with the plastic wrap and everything, it had a few scratches on the faceplate here. Now, that's not something I would really particularly care about, but I just wonder if something has actually happened to this in the factory. Maybe it got dropped or something, and I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you've got this. Do you need to use this? Do you have that horrible hissing background noise without the adapter plugged in or not? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so it does work and I was able to use it, albeit with the funky, awkward adapter. Now, let's talk about how it actually sounds like this. And you know what? It sounds pretty good. It is a very neutral sounding DAC. It's uncolored, it's very flat and transparent. There did seem to be a little bit less bass emphasis than I get with the other ones, and perhaps that is why the mid-range on this sounds a little bit more, a little cleaner, a little bit more transparent and detailed than some of the other ones. So you get this nice and tight bass, but if you're looking for a really full-bodied, big low end, then maybe this isn't the best choice for you. I would probably say, well, the Sparrow is still my favorite out of this lot, albeit it's the most expensive one. The S9, Heidi's S9 Pro here does a great job. The Beam 2, this is a great little dongle as well. The only thing I don't like about this is that the chassis gets quite warm when it's in use. But apart from that, this is really good. And this is my favorite sub 100, the Hibby FC3. Really, really great sound. Very simple. Also got hardware volume buttons, which is awesome. But back to this now, I digress there. In the mid-range, it's nice and clean. It is nice and spacious with the adapter installed or in place. I don't hear any background noise, but I feel like some of the upper treble airiness is a little bit sort of subdued, more so than when the adapter is off. So I'm not sure exactly how much effect this impedance adapter has on the overall sound, but even with it in place, it still sounds pretty good. Like it sounds better than the built-in audio on my laptop, for example, even though it's a new laptop with a pretty good onboard sound. And it's got a pretty large, expensive soundstage, which is nice as well. But, you know, I got mixed feelings about this DAC. It is one of the more expensive ones. It's the second most expensive one here, I think. I don't recall what this price of the Beam 2 here was, but regardless, you know, just because of the problems I have, the need for the adapter, this would probably be my last choice out of these ones I've got on the table here. But you know, your mileage may vary. Some people love this. I don't know what to say. I do not. So that about wraps it up, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. Don't forget there's links to the full written review down below, as well as links to my social media channels, etc. If you are new to the channel and you want to see more content like this in the future, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, see you later.